Happy day, Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for the week of July 2nd through July 8th. I am grateful to you for being here with me and grateful to you for showing up so that you can receive what it is Spirit might have for you to receive through this reading. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, I love y'all. Y'all are some special human beings. Everyone's special, but Earth signs, y'all are some special human beings. And I'm just hearing this question come through of, are you aware of that? Do you understand, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, just how special you are, just how unique you are, just how divinely created you are? Just how divine you are. Are you aware of that? Are you understanding? Are you tapping into that? Spirit is asking, and I'm asking too. But that's the question that's coming through. Are you aware of yourself? Are you aware of yourself? Or are you allowing yourself to be stuck in definitions that really have absolutely nothing to do with who you truly are? Okay, that's what's coming through right now. So this week I'm feeling like God's intention for you is for you to get clear on who the you are. Okay, really get clear. Really get clear, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, on who you are. Who does God say that you are? Who are you, right? How can life change for you when you, how will life change for you when you are truly embodying your God self and allowing yourself to lead with that, allowing yourself to be grounded in that energy, okay, in your power? When you are allowing yourself to lead with that first, how will life begin to change for you? How will life begin to open up for you, right? Spirit wants you to explore that. Spirit wants you to see, to explore, to be curious about finding out how life might shift for you if you are, when you allow yourself to really ground into the truth of who you are. Okay, so let's get into it. Partnerships and alliances. This is what's coming through. This is what's coming through. The oracle card that's here for you is partnerships and alliances. So what does partnerships and alliances have to say to you, Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo? If you hear anything in the background, please be forgiving. But what does partnerships and alliances have to do with you? Okay, listen, something that's coming through right now is that it's not working out because you're trying to get there being here, right? You're trying to get there by way of your ego. You're allowing your wounds, your inner child self to lead you, right? Rather than allowing your God self to lead you. And so this is why it's not working out, whatever it may be, okay? I'm not going to call anything out because you know, you're aware, right? Healing is in the awareness, and you're aware. You may be stuck in a little bit of denial. You may be suffering from denial right now. But Spirit is saying, listen, part of the reason why it's not working out, why it continues to go in that direction of not working out, is because you're not leading with your God self, right? And it feels like for you, Earth signs, that's happening more and more. It's like you're in this space and then it doesn't work out. And then you put yourself in another space, which is a similar space to this space, and then it doesn't work out, okay? Spirit is saying that's because you're not leading with your God self, right? You're trying to appease your fears. You're trying to appease your worries. You're trying to appease your inner child, and it's just not working out anymore. And the reason why it's not working out so often, right, is because Spirit is trying to get you to lead from a different place, right? To lead from a different place, to make decisions from a different place, right? To make decisions from a more aligned place, right? And so what you will experience as you do that is you will experience things working out. You will experience partnerships, relationships, alliances, right? Working out in your favor, because now you're living in and dwelling in your light. They're living in and dwelling in their light. And you are coming towards one another to experience and share in this harmony with one another, whether it's business relationships, romantic relationships, whether it's friendships, whatever kind of ship it is, okay? Spirit wants you to hear that if you keep trying to put yourself in this space out of fear, you're going to continue to experience what you're currently experiencing, okay? Spirit is trying to help you out by getting you to see that it's a no. And every time it's a no, you tend to go against yourself, and Spirit is saying, listen. We tried to tell you that it was no, but you didn't want to listen. But now it's time to listen. So Spirit really wants you to put your listening ears on, okay? Because Spirit is trying to save you the trouble, okay? Spirit is really trying to save you the trouble. Spirit is trying to save you the heartache. I'm hearing that, okay? But you got to listen. You got to listen, all right? Because you're right now, okay? Healing is in the awareness. Healing is in the awareness. And at this point in time, you have a pretty good understanding. You have a pretty good sense of awareness. And so Spirit is saying, listen, at this point, it's all in your hands. It's all in your hands, right? The not working out, the possibly it will work out, all of it's in your hands. And so Spirit wants you to see that you're responsible, okay? You're responsible. And so Spirit wants you to step outside of your ego, step outside of your inner child self, and take charge. That's what I'm hearing. Take charge, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Earth signs, take charge. I feel like I just got like the way I did my head was like whiplash. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I felt it. All right, so partnerships and alliances, we're letting go of partnerships and alliances that aren't serving us, right? And then you are stepping into this new space, and as you do, you will watch the partnerships and alliances that are actually in alignment with your true self flow in and reflect back to you the truth of who you are, okay? And we have the 9 of Coins as your first card here, Earth signs, the 9 of Coins. And with the 9 of Coins, we're looking at balance, okay? We're looking at coming into a space where, so something that my dad says often, and maybe I've shared it with y'all and maybe I haven't, I don't know, but something that my dad, says to me is that you are the balance. He reminds me all the time, you are the balance, okay? And so I'm saying that to you, Earth signs, you are the balance. You are the balance. The change, the growth, the transformation, the impact, it all comes by way of you. You are the balance, okay? You are the balance. You are at the center of it all. The being able to live life more abundantly, right? Because listen, that's what you're holding yourself back from. When you continue to put yourself in these spaces that, yeah, on paper it might look good, but at the end of the day, the answer is no. And as long as you keep doing things because on paper it looks good, even though your heart is like, no, what you are doing is you are standing in the way. You are standing in the way of life more, of yourself, living life more abundantly, right? Because sometimes we put ourselves in spaces and we put ourselves in situations, and we are inadvertently affected by other people and the energies that we allow to come into our space. So you are needing to do a much better job at listening to your heart, because your heart is trying to protect you. Your heart is trying to protect you. Whereas in the past, you really didn't know how to listen to your heart and allow your heart to distract you, right? Because other people's voices were more important than yours. And at this point, Spirit is saying, we know that that's not true. We know that your voice is the most important voice, so you need to listen to and follow yourself so that you can thrive, so that you can step into what it is, the blessings, the fruitfulness, the fulfillment that you are needing to step into, that you are being invited to step into and experience, all right? 10 of Cups. Wow. 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 Okay. So you may be needing to do some inner child work. You may be needing to do some inner child work. That came up for y'all last week. That came up for y'all last week. The 10 of Cups, okay? The 10 of Cups being present, again, speaking to this. Listen, whether it's friendships, okay? Because we're looking at all the ships, right? So whatever the ship is, if it doesn't, what is the word? I want to say if it doesn't aid you, if it doesn't support you in the process of you being the balance in your own life, it's a no, right? It's a no, okay? Because the relationships, the partnerships, the jobs, the places of employment, whatever it is you have going on, remember whatever ship this pertains to for you, if it doesn't support you, and I don't even want to say if it doesn't support you, if it is not reflecting back to you the support that you are pouring into yourself, it is not for you, no matter how good it looks on paper. Okay, no matter how good it looks on paper, it's not for you. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're moving forward. Keep that in mind as you receive new proposals, whether from individuals, again, romantic partnership situations, friendships, whatever it is, right? Jobs coming in, make sure that you feel into, is this reflecting back to me the way that the support that I'm pouring back into myself, right? And how you will know is are you supporting yourself? What does your support for yourself look like, okay? And it may even reflect back to you that you need to do a better job at supporting yourself, okay? Because how can you be a true support to others if you are not truly supporting yourself? Wow, okay, listen, Virgo moon, Capricorn rising, Capricorn Venus, Capricorn Uranus, Capricorn, listen, this is for me just as it is for those of you who are watching, okay? Wow, and listen, I am transitioning, I am experiencing transitions myself, I am experiencing some changes myself. I have offers coming in myself, and so this is good. Like, I love that. I'm like, okay, here are the answers. You know, I said I was going to take some time, pray about it here, and the answers are here coming through right here through this reading. And so I'm appreciative, right? So we want to make sure that it's reflecting back to us how we are supporting ourselves, right? And again, we want to reflect on, am I being a true support to myself in every single aspect, right? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, physically, financially. Am I really supporting? Am I doing a good job at supporting myself? And can I support myself? Can I do more to support myself? Can I do more, right? What more can I do to support myself from a very authentic and heart-centered place, right? That question is coming through. So you really want to sit with that question. You want to take some time to be open, to ask that question and be open to receiving the answers, right? Because sometimes we get caught up in the narratives, even within consciousness groups, right? Even within spiritual groups, we get caught up in the narratives of what life is supposed to be like. So you may be even being asked to let go of groupthink whenever it refers to, whatever communities you're a part of. Remember that your inner wisdom, your knowledge, the divine knowledge that lives within you comes first. So you may need to let go of groupthink, right? Okay. All right. Then we have the Page of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. Okay. The Page of Swords. So what we're looking at with the Page of Swords is a conversation around maturation. Okay. A conversation around maturing, growing up. I feel like, so what I'm hearing, this is so good. What I'm hearing with the Page of Swords is that you're at the end of your adolescent phase. Okay, you're at the end of your adolescent phase. Energetically, emotionally, mentally, you're at the end of your adolescent phase. Okay, that's what I'm hearing with the Page of Swords. And so what that means, earth signs, what that means for you is that, let's take a breath, let's take a breath, let's take a breath. What that means for you, earth signs, you being at the end of your adolescent phase, right? That's what I'm hearing. So energetically, emotionally, mentally, at the end of that adolescent phase, stepping into adulthood, right? Stepping into a more mature place, a more mature space, energetically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually even, right? That's what I'm hearing. And a lot of things are going to look different for you, is what I'm hearing, right? With the page, things are going to look different for you, right? And I feel like I'm trying to feel into like what that means, but that's what's coming through. As you in this adolescent phase, things are going to look different for you, because here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. You were stuck in your thoughts, okay? Stuck in your thoughts. You were stuck in your thoughts about what life is supposed to be like. You were stuck in your thoughts about what relationships are supposed to be like, about how you were supposed to show up in these relationships, right? And sometimes almost to the detriment of yourself. And so a part of this, oh, this is so beautiful. And a part of me, like, it's almost like there's no words. It's almost like there's no words. But there's a journey that the Page of Swords is speaking to. There's a journey that's ending for you, right? And you're coming into this space where you're being invited. There's an invitation for you to redefine life, right? Again, letting go of groupthink, letting go of, these perspectives that are very limiting, that most of the world is holding on to, which contributes to worry and fear and doubt. Letting go of all of that so that you can focus on this new version of yourself that's being birthed, okay? There's a new version of you that is being birthed. God is wanting to express itself in a new way through you. Okay, and so you really have to allow yourself to be at the center of everything. Okay, remember, you are the balance. You are the balance. And so the Page of Swords is speaking to that. A part of you coming into this space to where you're realizing and accepting that you are the balance is you're graduating. You're moving on. You're moving on from this adolescent phase. Okay. Your step, it's in this phase is ending for you, right? And listen, everything that you carried with you during this phase of life, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything that you carried with you is what contributed to these partnerships, relationships, and alliances falling apart. And so now you're maturing, you're growing up, you're moving on, and these alliances, partnerships, relationships are going to look so different, and they're going to feel so different. And you want to make sure that you're filtering everything through your heart space. You want to make sure that you're filtering it all, every decision that you get ready to make. You want to make sure that you're filtering it through your heart space. All right, that is where the maturation comes in. Because typically in the past, you would put yourself in situations, again, because you're worried, what are people going to think? You doubt that you can do it on your own. You're fearful of being alone. You're fearful of, whatever your mind was holding on to, whatever narratives and illusions were floating around within your mind. This is what kept you in that immature space, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually. And now you're stepping out of that. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. I think that's beautiful. I can't wait to go back and watch the beginning of this, because the beginning, I can feel it just like everything just tied in with what I was saying at the beginning, which right now I can't recall, but when I go back and watch, I'll be like, oh yes, that's what I was saying. And so, okay, Capricorn, your clarifying card is the Five of Coins. The Five of Coins, Capricorn, is your clarifying card. Capricorn, you have a tendency to want to be rescued, is what I'm hearing. You have a tendency to want to be rescued. You have this pattern within your body that is crying out for someone to rescue you. That's crying out for someone to come in and swoop you up and rescue you. And that's a part of what you're letting go, right? Page of Swords speaking to you. The Five of Coins is clarifying what I was saying with the Page of Swords for you, Capricorn, right? So, yeah, the Five of Coins is clarifying what I was saying here. That's what you're letting go of. That pattern that lives in your body of you needing someone or wanting someone to come in and rescue you, that's a part of the old you. That's what you're moving on from, right? And so the matured version of you looks in the mirror and says, I don't need anyone to rescue me because I am very capable. I am very capable of holding my own. But I am grateful that God would send someone into my space to mirror that back to me, to support me as I'm supporting myself. Right? I'm grateful to God for sending someone into my space that would mirror that back to me, that would mirror my maturity and growth back to me, right? That would mirror back to me this new space that I'm being called to step into, rather than sending someone, rather than me continuing to choose to say yes to people, situations, opportunities, whatever it is that keep me in that pattern of wanting to be rescued. So the Five of Coins, okay, is speaking to this idea that you are understanding that you don't need to be rescued. You don't need to be rescued, because being rescued and being loved, Capricorn, two totally different things. Two totally different things. Being rescued and being loved deeply, passionately, authentically, truly, unconditionally, two totally different things, all right? Spirit needed you to hear that. And that's changing for you. Okay, Taurus, your clarifying card is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. What I'm hearing is that everything, the Wheel of Fortune. What I'm hearing, Taurus, is that mentally and emotionally for you right now, energetically, everything is just, it's like everything is up in the air. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Everything, it just feels like everything is up in the air, and you can't seem to figure out why, because you're like, on the outside looking in, it all looks so perfect. It all looks so perfect and well put together, and the Wheel of Fortune is coming in to say, listen, some things are being shaken up for you mentally, emotionally, okay, energetically. Some things are being shaken up, even in your physical world, because we've been talking, Taurus, for the past few weeks. We've been talking about how opportunities may be falling away, right? Dates may be being canceled for you, Taurus. So we've been talking about that for the last few weeks, and the Wheel of Fortune is coming in to say, are you in a balanced and grounded enough space to handle what's happening? Okay, that's the question. Spirit is asking you. Spirit is asking you if you're in a balanced enough, grounded enough space to be able to happen happen, to be able to handle the flow of change that's coming through for you. Okay? Are you practicing? Are you practicing? Are you practicing? Are you caring for yourself? Are you taking care of yourself, Taurus? Those are the questions that are coming through. Are you taking care of yourself? Because if not, then the changes that are coming in will cause you to feel imbalanced. And then you'll start questioning, and you know how you'll get, Taurus. You'll become overly emotional and distracted by your emotions because you're not understanding what's going on. But it's not that you're not understanding, it's that you're not listening. Again, there's a difference for you, Taurus. There's a difference between not understanding something and not listening. Okay? So, am I not understanding because I'm not listening? That's a question that you need to answer for yourself. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune, yeah, I love that for you. And then Virgo, we have the Five of Cups. Virgo, we have the Five of Cups. And the question that's coming through for you, Virgo, is what are you paying attention to? What are you paying attention to? Okay? What are you paying attention? I'm feeling this heaviness right here in the heart space as I'm speaking to Virgo right now. And the Five of Cups is asking you, what are you paying attention to? Right? Spilled cups, empty cups, cups over here that are full and overflowing. And Spirit is asking you, what are you paying attention to? What are you paying attention to? That's the question coming through for you, Virgo. What are you paying attention to? Because you feel how you feel because of what it is that you are giving your attention to, right? You have a choice within every moment. You're able to choose within every moment what you're going to focus your energy and attention on. And I don't think something that's coming through, Virgo, is that you don't like having that much responsibility. You don't like having that much responsibility. It's almost easier for you to focus your energy, attention on the spilled cups because you don't want to have this much responsibility. And so Spirit is saying, yeah, you're thinking that it's easier to just to focus your energy and attention over here, but it's causing you harm. Okay? Mentally and emotionally, it's causing you some harm. It's not doing you any good, right? And so I feel like that's real. The Five of Cups is really clarifying the Page of Swords for you too. In that, wow. Okay. In that, Virgo, wow, okay. Take a deep breath in and exhale. All is well, Virgo. All is well. Receive that. All is well. Receive it. Receive it. Because here's the thing. All is well. And you have an issue with feeling as if you're not in control. Okay? And Spirit is saying you're not in control. But you are in control, right? You get to decide what you're going to focus on, what you're going to center your attention upon. And Spirit is reminding you of that power that you do have. But Spirit also wants to remind you that you don't have control of the things that you are focusing your energy, mind, and attention upon, okay? So, Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. This was wonderful. This was a great meeting of the minds. I appreciate you all being here and supporting and continuing to show up every week. I pray and hope that you are receiving something each time you listen and integrating what it is that Spirit is asking you to integrate, because Your life is, this has been coming through all week in meditation, and I've been mentioning it in some of the readings. Your life is changing for the better. And Spirit wants you to realize that. Spirit wants you to realize that and accept that your life is changing for the better. And you're at the center of it, right? You're at the center of that change. And so thank you for being present. Thank you for listening. If you have any thoughts, questions, or need clarity, make sure you leave them in the comments. I want to invite you to join me for the weekly group meditation that I host each week on Thursday evenings. You can do that by clicking the link in the description box to sign up, okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, I want to invite you to subscribe, because that support means the world to me, and it is just growing the channel so more people can access. I love y'all, and I'll see you next time.